Didn't come from a rich family. I did not care about money much, but I cared about impact and the legacy that I'm building. I've started my own business. I failed twice. Every human has his own urges, his own fears, and his own beliefs. The combination will always be the fuel for you to push. One of the CEO's job, you need to know and understand carefully the ingredients of what you're cooking.
So, what is the one secret that you have to be successful among the executive suite?
With no doubts and no second thought.
Welcome to Thought Leadership Uncover. Today, I have the pleasure and the honor to introduce you to one of the leading individuals in the MENA region. It's a story of leadership and resilience. Mr. Ahmed Khbeer came to this country and built an empire, and now he's leading transformational changes across the MENA region. I have the pleasure and the honor to sit down with him and converse with him. And let's dive into his story and how did he make it. Thank you for taking time out of your day.
Thank you, Roy, for having me. Lovely afternoon.
Being a founder myself, I know the feeling in places when you grow up, there's some sort of drive inside of you.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood. Where did you grow up? What was life like? And what inspired you to be where you are today?
Yeah, I grew up in Yemen. I was born in Sudan. I think that sort of growing up in different countries have ignited something in me that is, you can actually do a lot in the world irrespective of where you are from, what language, what culture, whatever it is. Business has no, or life overall has no limits. What drove me or what ignited my ambition was I wanted to create an impact in life, first thing. I come from an educational family. My late mother was a teacher. My father is a teacher as well. So I've learned the basics of putting impact in life since my early childhood. I wanted also to leave a legacy for my kids. I have two kids, Zad and Kareem.
How old are they?
And they are 3 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say fast forward. Kareem is 25 years old.
Yeah.
And he's watching this podcast. What would you want him to know?
I didn't expect this question. I want him to know that I'm doing a lot for him to be proud of me. I want him to remember that I didn't come from a rich family or anything, and I did not care about money much, but I cared about impact and the legacy that I'm building for him. And I want him to be a man and to have his own story, not part of me, something that he will be proud of.
Are you trying to make his life easier, or you're trying to create challenges for him to rise up like you were? Because a lot of people make the distinctions when the first family, the first generation builds, the second destroys, the third. You know those saying, right?
Yeah.
So knowing where your family, you came from a humble beginning, it looked like, and then today you're building a larger empire, global offices. What kind of life you want to have for your children? Is it going to be easier, or you also want them to go through the same challenge?
It's not about easy or hard. It's just I want to plant basics, principles, manners that will make him ready for life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make his life easier, not tough. I just want him to always remember his roots, where he came from. Always remember that life is a very temporary thing, and he has to do his best and to become the best version of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want him to follow my lead at all, but I just want him to be proud.
I saw you made a post about women, and I think that's a big one too, because I grew up with a strong mom myself.
Yeah.
And I think 60% of our team is women-led.
Women.
And I think it's a big thing to just give people the space to create
Yeah.
their own version and to be valuable in society.
Yeah.
And I love that part.
Maryam and Naimi, she is my partner.
Okay.
He's the one who founded Tafasil in 2011.
Okay.
And people think that she comes from a rich family and all of that, but I'm going to take this chance to correct that also, that she also comes from a very humble beginnings. When she invested in Tafasil, she literally had 20,000 dirhams. That's it.
Wow.
And I have the record and the receipt for that until date. She started with 20,000 dirham. And then I met her in January 2019. At that time, I was an area manager for Nokri Gulf, the recruitment platform. Prior to that, I worked in Bureau Veritas, It's a French giant in testing, inspection, and certification. I was handling business development. Before that, I worked in Fly Dubai, in Samsung, and all of that. I've studied IT. I've studied in India, in Malaysia, and I've done my master's in University of Wollongong here in Dubai for international business. Then I met Mariam in January, as I said. To me, Tafasil was an adventure. There was nothing guaranteed. The company was 7 people only, and Mariam told me clearly, see Ahmed, it's either we make it or we close it. I tried, she tried different people, she was busy, she's a mother end of the day. And she said, pour all of your energy into it. Let's see what we can do together. If we succeed, we succeed. If we failed, we failed. Then no problem. End of the day, for me, CV is a document, is a paper.
Yeah.
If it didn't work, I'm gonna go apply somewhere else.
You can always get a job.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. But that entrepreneurship spirit in me. By the way, I've started my own business and I failed twice on my own business.
Okay.
So my passion for entrepreneurship, plus Mariam as a person, that made me feel like, you know what, let's do it. Nothing to lose. So we started in April. I haven't even been a partner. I didn't own Tafasil at that time. I didn't own any shares in Tafasil. I was just an employee. Fast forward, after 2 months, I became a general manager, and then I put my plan. The challenge was that I have zero knowledge towards business process outsourcing, zero knowledge towards that type of management, managing a company, putting a structure, strategy, and all of that. I literally used to stay after the employees leave. I Google, YouTube, what is call center is about, what is business process outsourcing, where we are, what's the market share, what's the industry size, what are the trends in all of that. Unfortunately, at the same time, 2 of our main clients, let's not say main clients, we only had 2 clients at that time.
Yeah, our 2 clients.
Our 2 clients. They said, see, you know what, we are not willing to renew with you. We are disconnecting the services.
What service were you providing them?
We used to provide managed services, contact center. So we manage the people, place, process, and technology for 2 of very well-known government entities in the UAE.
Okay.
So I went to them and I told them, see, I am new. I don't know nothing. Give me a month. I'll make everything. I'll change everything.
So they're about to fire you.
Yeah, no, they were about to fire us as a company.
As a company, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, when I say you're like, so they're about to fire
Tafasil.
You just, as a general manager,
Yeah.
you didn't just take no for an answer.
No.
You literally went.
I went to them. I didn't beg anyone, but I put something structured. Say, I asked Lena. Lena is the oldest employee we had. I asked Lena, what are the key issues that you have? She said, we have an issue in the technology, we have an issue in the premises where we operate, we have an issue with the retention of the employees, and we have many issues in quality. So I took those points, I took Lena, we went to those entities, and I told them, I know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other issues, give me a month, and I promise that I'm gonna make it up for you. They said, no problem, we're gonna give you a month. So, alhamdulillah, we did an amazing job. Lena, Nurul, and Mariam. Those are the 3 people who were there at that time. Yeah. So, alhamdulillah, we convinced the entities to stay, and they stayed. Fast forward, not very fast, 2 months or 3 months later, we applied for a tender. We got another client, and then we moved from where we are. I scrapped the organization brand identity. I removed the old logo. We have rebranded everything. We've changed the corporate messaging. We have changed the objectives and all of that. And then we settled in a new office. We were in a villa, 4-bedroom, and then we moved to another, like a proper office. And funny thing, not to spend a lot of money, when we've published a tender for companies to do the office, we've received like 1 million and 2 million and stuff like that. And the whole budget for the entire corporate restructure was 500,000 dirham, not more than that. And we have spent 365,000 dirham to buy a new technology. So for the premises, I only have less than 200,000 dirham to spend. So we had to go to the labor market, get the laborers in my car, take them to the office, and build it and work with them in each and everything. So, and rest is history.
So walk me through the steps when people around you were looking at you doing all those things. I'm sure you've received criticism. I'm sure you've received people doubting you. I'm sure there's people like, now you can't do, he's too crazy.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
To be honest, my belief in what I'm doing was very immense. It was extreme belief that we're gonna make it. So any criticism did not really bother me because I really closed my door, to be honest. I was really focused. I burned my ships that I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. No way. I'm not going back. Whatever people wants to say, let them say. End of the day, that's my story. That's my life, right? I am the one who has the pen and paper to write my story, not people.
When did you start with that belief? Was it always inside of you? Like I'm telling you, as an entrepreneur myself, I moved to America when I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
I had $30 on me because of the war in Lebanon. I
Yeah.
couldn't go back. I landed in the States and I knew I was not gonna come back. Like I literally did not have
Yes.
a plan to come back.
Yeah.
But inside of me was always a desire that I want to prove for people that I'm successful, that I can make my own story.
Correct.
And there was just always been a desire, and that keeps me driven.
Exactly.
Have you felt that same drive?
100%, Roy. The thing is, see, I'm not gonna say that the tough time creates men and then creates tough men, and then tough men creates good time or easy time, and then
Yeah,
easy time creates
Weak men.
weak men. But you can feel where we come from, right?
Yeah.
You understand the struggle that we're coming from. We don't have so much options to fail,
Yeah.
right? You cannot, as they say, you cannot screw up. You're the backup, right? So you and I know very much that we have very limited options. Either we take them or we're done.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's one way I think about it is if you're French, if you're American, if you're like all the European countries, you can always just experiment things and guess what?
You have
go
options.
You go live on the government.
Yes,
We don't.
exactly.
So was that one of the drivers that you had to make it?
Yes. So that plus there is an urge inside you. See, every human has his own urges,
Yeah.
his own fears, and his own beliefs. And then there is a public belief, right? So, for example, you want to represent your country, you want to represent your culture, you want to represent your family, you want to represent your own values. So, I always believed that the combination of beliefs will always be the fuel for you to push, no matter what the struggles and obstacles that comes your way.
That's amazing. So you said at that point when you brought the team back together, you went to the client, you convinced them that we're gonna do it better in 4 weeks. What was those 4 weeks like?
Those 4 weeks were nothing but, for me, exploration period where I need to really know how am I gonna figure it out, and then how am I gonna get the money that I need to, for example, hire a quality manager. Then when I met Ayman, he used to be our vice president of operations. I met him literally in, when Shakespeare was there before they shut down in Sheikh Zayed Road. So I met him and I told him that, see, I know you come from a big company. This is not the best salary for you, but I have a vision. If you believe in my vision, hand in hand, we can make it. He said, I mean, no
Amen.
problem, let's do that. Yes. So we started that. I spoke to Lana, I spoke to Nurul. We really need to step up our game and we really need to push harder and we really need to understand the struggles that the client has and make sure that those never comes. So I hired someone in quality. We've changed the training. We have set proper key performance indicators, service level agreements, and we have changed the ICT infrastructure. We were in a single channel contact center solution. I think was a very boutique software, and we moved to another software which is branded. It's a multi-channel and it's a cutting-edge technology, which is, I think, at that time Avaya.
So you didn't look at ready softwares that could help you be part of the processes, right?
One thing, yes.
Because I mean, one of the things that I always talk about when working with entrepreneurs, working with even companies, is a lot of times people tend want to let's build something from scratch. But in reality, if you think about Uber, what did Uber build? Google Maps existed, Stripe existed.
Exactly.
They just built the marketing
Connected things,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you feel that you're as a CEO right now today and leading Tafasil, are you a big connector?
I think one of the CEO's job is to be a connector, right? Your job is to make sure, your job is to put down fires, to take responsibility, to strategize, and to guide. And more importantly, you need to know and understand carefully the ingredients of what you're cooking, right? And you need to make sure that I'm not putting sugar more than I need to put or salt more than I need to put. So technology or leveraging in technology, it must be basic fundamental of you as a CEO. Why? Because technology cut down a lot of time, a lot of resources. You should always aim for efficiencies, cost-effective solutions, and you should always think of how am I going to make the process better.
If you had to give one advice for people like you and I starting companies or building companies, I saw that, mashallah, thank God, you met with a lot of people, you do memorandum of understanding with different governments. What is the secret to get into those kind of relationships?
Do you remember the humble beginnings that we say and the cultures that we come from? These are open cultures, right? So being an easygoing person, open to the world, this is something I think it could be built in, right? So I always advise people, I'm not going to say advice, but what I highly believe in, that be an easygoing person, be a human first, right? Do not think of people as if they are numbers. They are humans. They have souls, they have minds, they have families, they have responsibilities. Treat everybody with fairness without being hypocrite, right? You don't have to be hypocrite. You don't have to lie. You don't have to wear 100 faces. Just be a human. Just be Roy, be Ahmed, be whomever you are. And always think of people the way you want people to think of you and the way you think you want people to treat you. There is no difference between an office boy or your C-suite, right? If you are trying to do that but you don't deeply believe in it, you're going to fail miserably. It's either you be human inside you or you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it in business world because negotiation is the main thing. If you don't know how to negotiate, you will never be able to run business.
What about, is that one of your cultures pillar?
100%, 100%. I've never took a decision alone, never. And my team, when they hear or they see this episode of your podcast, I'm sure they will recall a lot of incidents where we come together, we discuss the issues. I've never been that mysterious CEO or business owner where nobody knows in that office what's going on and all of that. No. My team was always informed, was always engaged. If it's good, I'm going to tell them this is what we have. It's bad, I'm going to tell them clearly, guys, we are going through these issues and those financial crises, and we have two options. Vote. And I remember we had 4 acquisition offers, right, in 2024. And 2 acquisitions offers, they came in the same time. They look slightly different, right, in terms of money. So one paid 100+ million dirhams and another one paid this much. But in the closes itself of the acquisition offers, there was a lot of differences. One of them said that, you know what, we're not going to give you money now. We're going to give you money in 3 years, right? And you're going to have shares. Maryam and Ahmed going to have shares in this new structure. So they have a business like ours. They want to merge our business with their business and then have a new value for the both businesses and call it Tafasil Plus, right? And then take it global and take it wherever. But in their offer, they didn't mention any monetization. There was no money that we will get now. You'll get money in 3 years. Yeah. All right? It's a smart move, to be honest. Yeah, from an investor perspective, it's a good move. And the other acquirer or the other offer has, we're going to pay you money now. Right? We're going to pay you this much money and nothing. We'll keep the management lock-in period for 3 years. So we had everybody coming into our office. We had like 12 audits from every major consultancy, from the big four, and everybody came, and we had this company valuation. It's a very hectic process, very hectic.
So they
process.
did the valuation themselves?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
No. They hired a third party consultant to do the valuation. So when the two offers were in my office, I told my team, this is the first offer, this is the second offer.
You told the executives, right?
Yes. I think I have 7 people in the board, right? And we're all young lads. Everybody is like below 35 or something, below 40, because I'm approaching 40.
Yeah, I'm 40 already, so I'm at the mark.
Yeah.
So I won't make it, I guess.
You will make it.
Just make it 45. It's like, so one of my close friends is Gallup Poll. Have you heard of them?
No.
They do the data for the World Bank. They do the happiness.
Okay.
So the father.
Gallup.
Gallup Poll.
I know. Yeah.
So the father was the CEO.
Yeah.
And then John took on the company. Obviously they had a vetting process, but there was a rule that you cannot be CEO over 60. On the board over 65. Then when Jim became 65, the founder was like, let's make it about 75.
Just extended a bit.
Every board, there's no limit anymore.
Yeah.
It keeps increasing with his age, because at the end of the day, because you're not doing it for the money anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God.
It's your life mission.
It becomes a purpose,
Yes.
What is the one secret that you have, or a recipe that you use to be successful among the executive suite?
With no doubts and no second thought, transparency.
Okay.
You have to be transparent.
Repeat the whole sentence.
Yeah.
One of our main secrets
Yeah.
in our company with the executive suite is.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because I can use it in the editing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the secret recipe that you've been using with your executives to be successful with them?
One of the main secrets that we use among the board is transparency. You have to be 100% transparent. You have to tell them what's happening, if it's high, if it's low, if it's a loss, if it's a major life decision. Let me finish the story about the acquisition thing. So the two offers were in my desk, and it was a fine Friday. And then we got in a call, like, guys, we have to decide our future, left or right. And I let them say their opinions first. I don't say my opinion first at all. I hear everybody, and then I share what I want or what I believe. And then we vote, right? Yes, we are the two of us as the owner. Everybody else is like employees. But I care because I know those people care as well, right? So all of them said a choice, and I said something else. 100%, right? My opinion was no. Their opinion was yes.
To go for the money directly on the spot.
To go for the money directly on the spot. So I said no.
Neither.
I don't want the money on the spot. I would rather go with the money after 3 years. They said, why? I said, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is what I believe. Let's not look into our feet. Let's look like that, straightforward. 5 years down the line, what's going to happen, right? Money will come and it will go. You'll spend it left, right, and center. There's a lot of expenses. But strategic expansion, strategic partners who makes you survive for a longer run. Unfortunately, neither of them has happened.
Do you want it to happen? Is that one of your goals?
I wanted the first one to happen, to be honest.
Let me, I'm sure you've heard of Tony Robbins. One of the seminars that I attended with him was Tony Robbins, the executive coach.
Yeah.
He's like, build a business to sell. Because if every day you're building the business like you want to sell it, it makes you think better in terms of decisions and process building.
100%.
It makes you become more effective in the idea of documentation.
Correct.
Of what needs to be done. But in reality, your goal is to move from a business owner, from an operator to business owner.
100%.
Do you feel you made that transition?
Yes, I did. Because in less than 5 years, I have received 4 acquisition offers from a very major sovereign funds, not even VCs, so proper financial institutes. What helped me in the transition from an operator or from a business owner to maybe, let's say, an investor mindset, I've tried to change the lens that I look into the business from. So I used to look into my business from a perspective of a mother, like this is my baby. And I think this is one of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs could make. Getting too attached to your business is good, but also you have to really understand when that baby should go to school alone, when that baby has to go to the street and fight the boys, when that baby has to be strong enough to ride that bike for the first time and fail 1, 3, 4, 5 times. So the transition took us a long time. In that long time, we worked on having a proper governance, risk, and compliance. We have put more than we have got more than 5 ISO certificates. I made sure that our business really speaks the global language,
Wow.
right? We care about sustainability. We have thousands of trees that we are actually spending money on them. Why? Not only speaking the global language of business, but that is a belief that business should really give back to the community, right? When we are advertising for jobs, we've removed degrees. I don't care about your degree. Why would I care, right?
Exactly.
Because I believe also that some people did not have much access to education because of life, right? So why do we have to make it more harder on people? If the person has the skills, why not give him an opportunity, right?
We have the same policy, by the way.
Yeah.
In your mind, what is that one advice you'd give for that person who does not have a degree, but he's seeing a lot of jobs where there's a degree needed? Or even maybe other CEOs who still have that requirements of a degree. What's the future of work going to look like? There's AI, there's skill-based training, less people are going for regular traditional degrees. What's going to make an individual more and more useful, knowing that you're in that business of people?
Yeah. First, your understanding to artificial intelligence is going to be very vital in your job search. If you don't know much of AI, you're not going to be of that attractive employee anymore for employers. The second thing, if you do not understand how to be efficient as an employee, if you do not understand how you could implement a company's vision into your individual tasks, right? That is going to be very hard for you to cope. So I believe a multitasking employee is going to be a thing. Employee who 100% understand artificial intelligence tools and knows how to use those tools to perform his tasks or perform his jobs, he is going to be an excellent employee.
Would you say that when you're recruiting people for the different businesses that they're working with you, what does your hiring process look like? Have you instituted part of the value? Because I noticed you focus a lot on values, and one of the things that attracted us to you guys is because you're very outspoken about the importance of values and such. Do you feel that a lot of people you attract the right people, or you still get a lot of applicants who might not associate with your values?
We got a lot of right people, and we got a lot of people who are in need for a job. Let's be honest, right? Not everybody applies for your job believes in your values. Nobody works with you believes in your values, right?
Yeah.
Some people work with you for money. Some other people,
right?
and that's fine. That's totally fine, because one of your missions as a business is to pass down what God gave you to the people who really needs it, right? It should not be stuck with you. You should not stop here, right? If people come for values, hire them. If people come for money, hire them, as long as both are still delivering those KPIs.
You mentioned a lot of KPIs. Is there certain, like for example, I don't know if you're familiar with OKRs. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Objectives and key results.
Key results, yeah.
Or some people use SMART.
Yeah.
What is from your experience in this field, what's the best KPIs you put in, and which one you think work better for a company?
It depends on the nature of the job. It depends on the company overall value. So for us, what we do is we set in November until the end of December to decide what are we going to do next year. And it starts with the financial studies first. We see the historical trend on each and every metric, be it human-based metric or financial metric or technology metrics as well. And we look into our sales funnel, sales pipeline, and all of that, and what do we have for the next year. For example, if we have put and we agreed on the board that our next year target is this much of money, for example, 100 million. So we divide these 100 million into a couple of ways. So we have the existing clients. For example, the existing clients make of 60 million. And then we have 40 millions left to achieve. These 40 millions, we take 20 million and we give it to the chief operating officer, and we tell him that you have to retain your existing accounts and you have to increase 25% of whatever you have had or you are having from a portfolio of clients. You have to retain them. And then we hire business development team, or we give the 20 million for the head of growth or the business development team for them to try to approach new clients and approach them, right? The other, if it's reactive or proactive approach. We invest on proactive, we invest in reactive approach. However, after we settle with all of those strategies, then we divide the KPIs accordingly. So the COO has this much of KPIs. We have the financial KPIs, we have operational KPIs. And then we have the governance, risk and compliance team who makes sure that all of the KPIs are in line with the overall corporate vision for that specific fiscal year. And then we have quarter review, and then we have half annual review, and then we have end of the year review to make sure that those the performance of all of the departments are in line with the corporate vision. However, there is always plan A, plan B, and plan C. We've never had only one plan. So in a good year, we have made 250% growth. So our average combined growth, average ratio, somewhere around 200 to 250%, which is massive. When the investors came to acquire Tafasil, they were like, how are you doing that? It doesn't make sense. So for us, it made sense because we had different approach. To our clients. We had the approach of being best on people, place, process, and technology, plus cost-efficient solutions. Nobody wants expensive thing. Nobody wants a lot of bureaucracy when you sell your services or when you report. We knew what the market has in gaps. We know that there is a demand, and we know that our industry has, in UAE itself, has $7 billion on industry on market size, and it grows on 11% on year-to-year basis. If you look into the global scale of business process outsourcing, the entire industry has more than $900 billion and it grows on 11% on year-to-year basis. So looking into all of these, there is a demand in the market. There's only 4 players, by the way, because people misunderstand what is the difference between manpower outsourcing and BPO.
What's the difference?
There's a huge difference. Manpower outsourcing is when you go to a manpower outsourcing company and ask them, I need 5 people. They take those people on their visas and they make you pay for monthly fees. That's it, right? So for example, they give the employee 8,000 dirham, and on top they charge you 2,000 dirham, right? The employee will be on their visas.
Their payroll.
But business process outsourcing is totally a different game. We take care of an entire department in your organization. For example, your customer service. It's not only call center, right? You have people who are in your front desks. You have people who are greeting your customers. So we take care of the entire department. We give you the business process from A to Z, and we deliver it, but we deliver it in our premises, right? So we give you the people who will do the job. We set the process, right? And we deploy the technology for that process, and then we make ready of the premises who will host all of the 4 things. So this is the difference between BPO and outsourcing. And there is only 4 companies in UAE.
On the BPO side, so let's say right now we brought in your company, Tafasil, to help us with one function. Does that include remote people, on-site people? Walk us through, like,
combination.
Let's say, let's even be more practical. Who's your ideal client, and how would you help them go through this? This podcast will be seen by a lot of executives, C-level suites. So I'd like them to get a clear understanding of what is that option they could be using you to offset some cost or opportunity they have.
Exactly. So let's take your customer service department, for example. Customer service department is a revenue center, is a cost center, right? So what we do in Tafasil, we give you a proposal, technical and commercial proposal. For example, your current expenses for your customer service, let's say you have 50 people, and we're talking about B2C company, right? So those 50 people are costing you their visas, their management, the premises, the process, the KPIs, and all of that. What we do, we take care of all of that and we give you different options, right? So for example, if you want us to give you the same thing in Dubai, we charge you 8,500 dirham. In Ajman, we charge you 6,500 dirham. In Egypt, we charge you 1,200 US dollars. In India and Philippines, wherever we have offices, we give you all of the options.
Price.
Yes. Whatever you want, we have the solution for it. If, for example, you will say, no, I don't want you to manage the process, but provide the place and provide the technology and hire the agents for me. Tell you, no problem. Then you bring on your own management team. They sit in our offices, right? And they manage our own people without our intervention. If you want only the technology, we give you all type of technologies you want. If you want only people, we give you the people on our visas. So what we're trying to create in the market and what made the success of Tafasil is the flexibility, right? We did not stick to one role,
process,
right? And on one way or one process of selling things. So, alhamdulillah, we've managed the largest payroll in the entire Middle East. Tafasil from 2022 to 2025, we were managing 110,000 people payroll on monthly basis. And we have processed more than 7 billion AED on this period, right? To do all of that, we hired 96 people to take care of all of the process. They were in our places. We used the client technology and we made sure that we process all of the services. Is this part of Tafasil DNA? No. At that time, we were a customer service company. But when the client called, he said, I want 1, 2, 3. Can you do it? I said, okay, just give me a week. I'm going to come back with a proposal. If you like it, we can do it. He said, yeah, I like it. Let's do it. We signed the contract and we took care of the entire process from A to Z.
So those clients believed in you and in something you're delivering to add more value to them.
Yeah.
How would you make sure that your drive is also coming across all the people who are client facing? Because I'm sure you have people client facing.
Consistent communication, consistent reminders of our vision, of who we are, what we do. Meet people, go down to the site, speak to the people, speak to your agents, speak to the managers, speak to whomever they are. Make sure you are there. Make sure people see you. Make sure that you have at least monthly visits. If people do not attach business to soul, to human, they will forget, right? So constantly I fly across the sites, even if it's outside UAE. I meet with people. I am with people in their WhatsApp groups. I greet people on their birthday. Whatever happens to you, I'm always there with people because I believe that the deep connections between human is the main drive for people to continue performing or continue delivering what they're supposed to deliver.
One of my favorite quotes, build the people, they build the business.
100%.
Do you agree with that?
I agree 100%. 100%. Specifically in businesses where you as a CEO or a business owner, you are not the main driver. What is your role? Your role is sitting on those meetings to sign the contracts, negotiate with the client, and then boom, you're done, right? And then after that, it goes to the transition team, and then after transition team, project management, and then operations, right? So what is your job? To meet with the heads only? You are not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. I had a lot of people, and I had a lot of issues in my business. There's a lot of months that have delayed salaries, right? People could have left, right? But they had something with that person. You know, they like the person. They think the person is not a liar. He's there. He's with us. Where is he going to go? Yeah. Right?
You know, reminds me, I'm sure you know United Airline.
Yeah.
We managed the former CEO, Oscar Muenes, his brand. We managed his LinkedIn, his presence. One of the things, the post we did recently for him, one of the ways that he transformed United, similar to what you did, is he literally went to every frontline person
100%.
and had a conversation with every one of them.
That's the best.
How's your day going? What is your family like?
100%.
Who do you have? What can we help you with?
Yeah.
So he comes back with insights that his C-level did not have. Then that made them more accountable.
Exactly.
Because now suddenly Oscar, the CEO, became more insightful on some sort of operation where his chief technology...
You cannot even lie to him. He knows.
He knows because I talked to John and John told me that, what are you doing about this? Then suddenly his C-suite had to elevate.
Exactly.
I feel you're doing that.
Yes, you have to. One of my role models in business is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. I'm being very, I love this man. Why? Because if you look into now the social media channels, or if you follow any of those public accounts, you see him in malls, you see him in streets, driving his own car, right, in his own city.
Yeah.
Understand what's wrong with this street and what's wrong with those people and what's happening here, the development of this development. Do you think without this sort of care, would Dubai become what Dubai is today? It's all about leadership. It's all about leadership. Every great company, without a leader who cares, who goes down to the sites, to wherever the company is operating, if you are not with the people, you will never be able to build the people, right? So you have to build people first, then people build business, as you said, right? If you're not with them, who are you building?
Yeah. A small story on this. My brother was stuck in the desert with they're doing this, what do you call them?
Doom bashing?
They just go on the
doom
cars
bashing.
and then they got stuck.
Yeah.
And then they saw, I think, the royal, they were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They didn't think about it too much. Suddenly, a car comes in to help them.
Yeah.
And that story tells you the kind of care they have
Yes.
for every person there.
Exactly.
Did they know my brother that he's just another person stuck?
He's someone live under my soil. I care about him.
Yep.
So the same CEO, everybody lives in your office. This is your responsibility, right?
Yeah.
If they are grieving because they've lost someone, you have to be there. If they are happy because they have wedding or they have whatever it is, you have to be there. You have to say thank you. You have to say please. You have to say you don't have to work today because you are on your sick leave or you are on whatever annual leave. I don't want you to work. Those little things makes people stuck with you forever.
Would you, we're about to wrap up, but I wanted to ask a couple more questions.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to do another follow-up because we need more of you. The question I have for you,
Yeah.
what is the one piece of advice you'd give to your younger self as you were starting Tafasil?
I would say to my younger self that you should have slowed down in a couple of decisions, right? I've made a lot of wrong decisions. I confess that. That is the major thing. Also, I would say that's it. To be honest,
I love that. So
yeah.
slow down on decisions to
yes,
make them more
slow down on decisions. I used to be very hyperactive. Like I was all over the place. You know that enthusiasm,
It's called
that
ADHD,
excitement.
my
Yes,
friend.
yes. and the age, you know, يعني when that was like I was 29 years old at that time.
Yeah.
So, right, I used to take things to my heart a lot. I used to get very angry. If things don't go my way, I'll be like, oh my God, why? And this and that. But with time, you learn that everything happens for a reason. God is good. Yeah. And that's it. You don't have to do a lot. Just do what you have to do and let God, handles the rest. Because as a human, you are not, I can summarize that in one thing. Control the controllable. Right? Just control the controllable and let things happen.
Worry about what's within your control. Because
Exactly.
if you worry about what's above your control, you're going to fail at what's within your
100%.
control.
Yes.
And I think that's been a lot of, I've experienced the same lesson.
Yeah.
What's next for Tafasil? What do you think the next 5-10 years is going to look like?
There is a lot of changes in our industry, to be honest. AI is
AI
taking over big time. We had a challenge to understand or to decide our course for the next 5 years. It's either we become, AI-enabled company, or we lose our market share. So what we had to do is to embrace AI. That's why we are launching Sonic AI. It could be one of its kind in Middle East. That is a human-alike call center agent. It's not a human. It's an AI that takes care of your inbound, outbound calls, emails, web chat, with a subscription, multi-tenant platform. You drag and drop your entire FAQs knowledge base, and instead of you having a call center in 1 month, you can have a call center in literally 15 minutes.
Wow.
So we had to adapt to that. If we didn't do, then I think we will be left behind. and we didn't do it because of FOMO, fear of missing out. No, because the industry is reshaping. It's taking a new shape. So that's what we believe in. We will continue delivering our traditional services. We are in 6 countries now. We are in UAE, KSA, Egypt, Bahrain, Qatar, United States. We are open. We may open up to other countries maybe soon. But on global level, I think we will have a lot of partners and partnerships with people. But we will continue to invest in artificial intelligence, specifically voice-based AI. Yeah.
And do you feel like at the moment, I see you're active on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I see you're posting a lot of content.
Yeah.
Has that been part of also for people in different locations to get to know you? Has that helped your brand?
100%. 100%. So LinkedIn is not a social media platform to mess up, right? If you are a business person, then that is your field. That's the pitch where you have to be. I've met amazing people through LinkedIn. I've met LinkedIn people themselves, and I thank them that, you know what, without you, things could have been really hard. I hired great talents from LinkedIn. I've got great partners from LinkedIn. I've got great even business. I've got 4 projects from LinkedIn, and I always say to other CEOs or to fellas or people that I know that when you go on LinkedIn and post something, people will start to attach your brand to a human.
Yeah.
That's very important, right? Brands without humans are brands without souls, right? So LinkedIn is a free advertisement for you. You need to have your character, your actual character, without those 2,000 character AI generated articles. No, just be yourself, be you, post your achievements, your pictures, what you do. People will admire your work if you are genuine, right? Yeah. I really want people to leverage on LinkedIn more. You will really get a lot of good things if what you do is clear to people. Even in your job descriptions, when I hire people, I put it on LinkedIn, not because I don't have a recruitment team. I have a huge HR team and recruitment team, but sometimes I want people to be aware of who am I, what am I doing,
What are you doing?
Exactly, and what I want you to do, how much I'm gonna pay you. There's no problem with mentioning the salary of your job, right? Why do you want to play that game? Just say I'm offering 20,000, 10,000. There's no problem with that. Yeah. And list down what are you looking for clearly, straightforward. There's no name for the no need for the puzzles and this mysterious game of let someone come all the way from wherever he comes. Someone has to take a leave from his work, someone has to take a leave from his family and travel and all of that. Just put everything clear. If you like the person, call the person for interview. If you want to hire the person, do it. If not, then say, I'm sorry, we didn't match.
Yeah. I get. Well, one of the main things I noticed, we managed a lot of LinkedIn for executives. Take a guess who are the first people who see a post when we post for any executive?
His employees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I tell people, like, one of the key things that drive leaders is when they're driving inspiration into their team members. Because, you're talking like we work with, have you heard of SHRM, SHRM?
Yes, yeah.
It's the largest HR association.
Yes,
we work with Johnny C. Taylor, the CEO of SHRM. We help him with his content.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, like, for fact, across all the locations, people see the people first culture he's driving. He's big on empathy. Any post related to empathy, we see his content being shared among the team members and such. So that's been a big driver for his business because, like you said, build the people they'll build the business.
100%.
Well, I want to take this any closing remarks?
Nothing much. I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity to come and meet and see you. You are a very lovely guy. I wish you best of luck, inshallah, in your business. And I hope we collaborate, inshallah, in the future.
I'm looking forward to it. We're excited to have you, and I want to maybe we'll do a follow-up because this was a little short.
Yeah.
We'll do a follow-up with more in-depth,
inshallah,
deeper dives on this. But thank you so much, Ahmed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching us. Stay tuned. Build the people, they build the business. Thought Leadership Uncovered with Ahmed.
Thank you. Thanks. It was really nice.
Same
to be
here,
honest.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, can you get a photo of us?
Yeah.